Hello there guys and welcome, it's Niran here. Today it is time for round 3 of the F1 2013 Classics Championship in the 80s cars. Just a reminder, I am going to be Emmerson Fittipaldi, that's the guy I'm driving as. We're going to be starting 5th on the grid. This is round 3 here in Belgium, having been in Jerez last time. We've got a few lights on. We're leading the championship by 3 points going into this one from Nigel Mansell and then Damon Hill and Michael Schumacher, and we're underway. Gerhard Berger there to the left, but it's Michael Schumacher on pole just in front of Nigel Mansell and Damon Hill. We've got a relatively good start, but so has the Lotus, our teammate behind, being Mario Andretti. Then behind that is Mika Hakkinen as well, going to go around the outside. We're going up the inside here of Nigel Mansell to the left-hand side. He's going to get a better run out of the corner. We're briefly up into 3rd, but now down into 4th, heading down into Eau Rouge in the wet, really wet conditions. I didn't set it like this, but that's just what happened. Anyway, we've made the move, stick around the outside of Nigel Mansell. We'll have the slipstream on us, but we will have the slipstream on Damon Hill and not Nigel Mansell, Michael Schumacher in front. Damon Hill looking to the inside on Michael Schumacher. We just lift off briefly because I thought Hill was going to make a move. Decides against it, then brakes really cautiously, and we lunge up the inside and make the move, stick with Michael Schumacher leading this one. A bit like in Britain where he just took off at the front. If things are to stay as they are, we'll still be leading the championship from, I think it'll probably be Michael Schumacher in 2nd in front of Mansell and Hill, probably. If things are to stay as they are. We're in 2nd currently, though. We'll have our lead slashed, though, down. Well, no, it won't be slashed. It'll grow, because it's only 3 points to Mansell. I don't know what the lead will be to Michael Schumacher if things stay as they are. But nevertheless, we've still got 4 laps left. Well, 4.5 laps left of this 5-lap race. We've gone I'm ridiculously wide there. The wet conditions, though, a bit of a reduced amount of grip, even although we are on wet tyres. So there's a bit of reduced grip, but look, that's not the point. Anyway, we're going to try and hunt down Michael Schumacher because the Ferrari man has been able to extend a little bit of a gap now from us in our Lotus. Behind us is Hill, then Mansell, then I think it's Gerhard Berger in 5th place, then probably Mika Hakkinen and Mario Andretti behind, then probably Nakajima. The 2 Williamses are really going to struggle on this track because obviously a lot of it is straight, so they will probably be the guys at the back, but we're still getting towards the end of the first lap here, and Michael Schumacher's really got a pretty big lead behind Hill and Mansell all over. Well, Mansell all over the back of Hill, and then 5th place man, probably Gerhard Berger, right with them as well. We brake really late over the chicane and just about get it stopped in time, just about hit our braking zone. Actually, I think it's Mario Andretti's got a bad start in the end. It looks like he's down in 8th looking at the mini-map. Of course, his circle comes up as yellow because he's our teammate. But a 1.6 second lead now, growing to Michael Schumacher in the lead. We've got a 6/10 of a second even gap now back to the Williams driver of Damon Hill and his teammate Nigel Mansell, I am going to assume, but there's not much visibility in these wet conditions that you always seem to get in Belgium. You just always seem to get them. I can pretty much guarantee in my career I'll end up it'll be raining in Belgium, but that was an absolutely awful line. Just gone completely wide there through Eau Rouge, and Damon Hill's going to have an awesome run on us even, but Nigel Mansell is actually going to go up the inside of Damon Hill. Hill was just really cautious. I don't know why he lifted off, because he could have just easily breezed past, but Mansell, I think, has taken 3rd, has he, or was he really cautious at the inside, like as per usual with the AI? Yes, he was, because Damon Hill managed to hold on to 3rd. Now we're going to have to defend from Hill behind because he's quite close to our rear end. Still guessing Gerhard Berger's in 5th, not really sure, but all this battling is really allowing Michael Schumacher to get away and sprint away, if you like, at the front on this 2nd lap of 5 here. Obviously this will be a quite long race compared to the ones because the Spa track is a lot longer. Obviously, I can't remember how many laps they do in a Formula 1. Is it 48, something like that? Something like 48 compared to like the usual, which is like 60 to 70, which shows obviously how long the track is. It's a classic though. It's a classic for a Classics Championship, and that is why we've had Jerez. That's why we had Silverstone, although if you could choose the old layout of Silverstone, that would be even better, but unfortunately it's the new one. Although the new one's good, it's just not a classic because it's new, if you know what I mean. And then Monza will be the race after this. I'm guessing it'll be dry, most likely. I've recorded that, so but yeah, I'm just going to pretend that I haven't. Anyway, and then the last race will be in Brands Hatch because that's the other classic track I have. We've gone wide through a flat-out corner. How does that even happen? Well, we did do that in Eau Rouge at the start of the lap, but now bearing down into the chicane, the bus stop chicane, that's another point. I actually prefer the old layout of Belgium as well. I prefer the old bus stop layout, but still, looks like Gerhard Berger's managed to get in front of Nigel Mansell. It looked like a red Ferrari in 4th place rather than Nigel Mansell, and there's a big gap developed behind Damon Hill, which would suggest that 2 cars have tripped each other up, as the AI usually do when they make moves. And in fact, that's confirmed. Gerhard Berger is in 4th, 2.6 seconds now behind Damon Hill. We now charge down towards Eau Rouge, down the hill, and now up the hill of Eau Rouge with Damon Hill behind. We managed to stretch out a big lead though on Damon Hill, but a really good run out of that first corner that's now continued through Eau Rouge and down the straight. And we've gone from suddenly having about 8 tenths going into the first corner to now probably being about 2 seconds. In fact, we're closer to Schumacher than Schumacher. Sorry, we're closer to Schumacher than we are to Hill as we go purple through the first sector. But now, moving on to lap 4, because absolutely nothing happened during that lap. But we are starting to close in on Michael Schumacher, and we've really managed to thrash out a gap even behind to Damon. It's a huge gap, 5.2 seconds, and it's only 1.8 now to Michael Schumacher in front. We're charging Michael Schumacher down, just like we did in Silverstone, and just like what happened in Silverstone. The two Williamses aren't particularly able to keep up, although I don't know why, I don't know whether the weather even, I made a complete hash of that sentence, but still, I don't know whether the Williamses were just suited to the Jerez track a lot more. Obviously the slower Williamses did better there as well. That was just because there weren't that many straights at Jerez, or prolonged straights even, really only the pit straight. But clearly the Williamses were suited to the Jerez track a lot more, because obviously Mansell won and Damon Hill, I think, came second. Just, yeah, so they got a 1-2 there, but not really doing the job here. Hill now with Gerhard Berger and Mansell all over him looking at the mini-map, but we've gone really wide there. We've missed the apex by pretty much the width of like Luxembourg there through that corner, but still it's a 3.9 second gap now. Michael Schumacher's just completely Schumacher just completely destroyed us through that middle sector, and it's now pretty much 4 seconds bar 1,000th of a second up to Michael Schumacher. It's pretty much equal gaps back to Hill in third and to Michael Schumacher in the lead on this penultimate lap of the race. It's going to take pretty much a miracle to try and catch Michael Schumacher now by the end of this one on this penultimate lap. A corner away and pretty much just a bit of a straight away now from starting the final lap of this race. We go on to the AstroTurf a little bit on the outside, but a great battle developing behind between Hill, Berger, I'm going to guess that's probably Mansell, and then Mika Hakkinen in the other Lotus, and the Camel sponsored Lotus. Battling for second place. There's a monumental battle going on behind. Then I'm going to guess it's Nakajima, followed by my teammate Mario Andretti battling for 7th place, and then the two Williamses there, only just making it through the bus stop. And now as we go through Eau Rouge for the final time, making a little bit less of a hash of it than we did on lap 2. In second place, it's been a bit of a lonely race. I mean, it was good at the start. Obviously the battle with Damon Hill and Michael Schumacher and Nigel Mansell right at the start, and then obviously the defending from Damon Hill and Nigel Mansell late on lap 3, but basically that's been it. I mean, we're catching Schumacher now because it's gone from 4 seconds to 2.5, but we are a lot quicker through that first sector than we are in the middle sector, so we're really going to have to sew up and do well, sew up the middle sector even, and make sure that's clean if we are going to make a move. There's a yellow flag actually just behind, so someone's clearly gone off in that battle for third place, because there's only 3 of them now. I'm going to hazard a guess that's probably Mika Hakkinen. Mika Hakkinen seems to be the least, the one with the least luck in this Classics Championship, but still, we're behind Michael Schumacher. We're a long way behind Michael Schumacher, and realistically a win is not on the cards here. This is probably going to be Michael Schumacher's first win of the season. We'll see how he can charge for the championship in Monza and Brands Hatch, but I think he will take second in the championship relatively easily with this result, especially with Mansell, I think, being down in 5th place now if he hasn't been able to get past Gerhard Berger yet. As we've gone wide there, which has pretty much killed any chance of possibly catching Michael Schumacher in some monumental run out of that corner that would somehow see us fling ourselves up the inside of Michael Schumacher. That's not going to happen because it's a 3-second lead. We've got a 6-second lead over Damon Hill though behind. So it's been really, really lonely race as we now head down into the bus stop for the final time. It's going to be a win for Michael Schumacher in that Ferrari. Second place will go to ourselves as Emmerson Fittipaldi, and Damon Hill should hold on to third, in front probably of Gerhard Berger, but across the line goes Schumacher to take his first win of the season. So close to getting it in Silverstone, but we took it off him on the final lap. But it is his first win of the season. That's 3 race winners now in 3 separate races. Ourselves winning the first one, Nigel Mansell winning in Jerez, and now Michael Schumacher in Belgium. But here are the results. Michael Schumacher even gets the full 25 points. We get 18 there for our second place in front of Damon Hill, who finished where he started. Mika Hakkinen was actually came 4th, so it must have been Gerhard Berger who went off. Mansell gets 5th in front of Berger. Mario Andretti got past Nakajima, in fact, on the last lap to get 7th in front of Alain Prost and Alan Jones, who round out the points, getting 2 and 1 respectively. But let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship now, and it is in fact only a 5-point lead to Michael Schumacher on that one, on 58 points. Michael Schumacher there on 53. Then it's Mansell on 47, in front of Damon Hill on 43. Then we've got Mika Hakkinen and Gerhard Berger dropping a little bit after that poor result, after going off clearly on the final lap. He goes down to 6th even, in front of Mario Andretti, Nakajima, Prost, and Jones. Well, let's have a look. Oh God, look at the Constructors' Championship even, and we are no, not we are. Williams are in front by 13 points over Ferrari. Then it's Lotus, my team. Then the 100T behind the 98T being my team, and Williams, the second Williams there, in 5th place. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Classics Championship. The next round will probably be in about a week and a half to 2 weeks' time at Monza. Like and subscribe if you did. Comment about enjoying it if you enjoyed it, this video that much. And I hope you have a good day. Enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.